SirTeoHero.
Okay, here we are. Welcome to the world's largest, smallest, longest lasting active YouTube channel. My name is SirTeoHero and it's now time for a new classic game. This time the game is Daryl F. Gates Police Quest SWAT. The first from year 1995, and yep, let's just call it a SWAT.
Welcome to D Platoon, officer. Formed in 1967, the Special Weapons and Tactics Team of the Los Angeles Police Department has held a preeminence within the field of law enforcement and has been the standard bearer for domestic specialized tactical units throughout the world. We are an organization steeped in tradition and pride, where individuals are frequently called upon to perform. Welcome to D Platoon, officer. I'm Sergeant Rooker. While you're assigned to D Platoon, I'll be your supervisor. Your new position here is that of an assaulter. This is Officer Packmeyer, and he's your element leader. For the record, Officer Packmeyer has been an element leader in D Platoon for 8 years. He's a wealth of information.
As you might already have figured out, there is quite a lot of talking in here, so yeah, it might be that I'm gonna skip some of this talking, yeah, because this might be actually quite boring. But yeah, this is the base game basically. It's full of videos and you just control how it goes. But yeah, anyways, let's just skip this.
You are responsible to meet the requirements of specific. Officer, you dare interrupt a superior? Let me warn you, insubordination is not around here. Never has been, never will be. Is that clear, officer? Let me tell you what I'm gonna do.
First game that does this to me. I try to skip a freaking cutscene and it does this.
Sergeant Paulin is conducting a training detail later on down at the Academy Range. Be there. Until then, learn what you can and work on that attitude of yours.
Holy shit, I got a bad start for this movie. Movie? Game? Well, okay, it feels like a movie. But whatever. Let's talk about what is SWAT. I can tell you this, that this is the start of 2 weeks training for you, my lovely viewer, to become a great SWAT member. You might already figure out what it means, or you don't, and you will see it later on. But anyways, the Daryl F. Gates Police Quest SWAT, goddamn that's a long name, is both the 5th game in the Police Quest series and the first game in the SWAT series. It is first-person interactive movie adventure police simulation game released in 1995 that suffered the same fate as most titles of similar genres released during the so-called multimedia explosion in the mid-90s, with extensive use of FMV videos for its basic gameplay. The game required 4 CD-ROMs. As the game and its predecessors were not commercially successful, it would be 3 years until a new game in the Police Quest series would be released, and that would be the Police Quest SWAT 2, with a much shorter name.
Hey, aren't you the new guy in Sergeant Rooker's element? Yeah, I hear you're supposed to be over at the small arms range for weapons training, not over here in the combat range.
Oh. Hey, great, thanks.
Colt 45 caliber 1911 government model sidearm.
Nice to join us, officer. Take your place in alley 13. We have a busy afternoon planned.
Yeah, this might be a bit different classic game because as you hear, there is so much dialogue going on that there isn't really a place for me to talk. Right now I'm covering someone else's dialogue. Well, he's basically just telling me where to shoot. But yeah, anyways, the idea in this game is basically that you become a SWAT member and you participate in shooting practice, and then you are assigned either a sniper member or as assault team member of the element. But yeah, let's enjoy my awesome shooting skills.
Officers, come to your guard. Controlled pair to the center mass. Controlled pair, not double taps. To the center mass. On the whistle. On guard.
But don't worry, I'm actually going to try to show you some real gameplay experience or something. This is just a plain shooting practice, which I'm gonna show you a little bit at least. But yeah, I try to proceed somewhere else later on when we proceed here. But yeah, I basically need a bit practice on shooting. It's quite easy. You can't raise your weapon sooner than the whistle blows, so yeah, you can only raise your weapon after the whistle has blown. And on your top left side of the screen there is the timer. Like right now there is par is 1.5 seconds, and I did it in 3 seconds. And apparently I had some malfunction. I don't know, could you hear it, what he said behind my voice? Hopefully you did. But yeah, let's keep shooting.
Officers, come to your guard. Single to the head. Single to the head. On the whistle. On guard. Holster your weapon. Officers, with your shotguns, make ready. With buck. This is training, officer. You will follow the drills. With buckshot, please. Officers, come to your guard. Buckshot, please. 2 shots to center mass, with buckshot.
I think it was 2 weeks ago when I made the very first game in the Police Quest series as a classic game. And yeah, this is like the 5th game in Police Quest series. But yeah, it's not mentioned actually anywhere. Well, in credits I think they actually mentioned Police Quest 5, but on title screen, yeah, it only says Police Quest SWAT. But yeah, this freaking shooting range still keeps happening, and I can't skip it. So yep, just bear with me.
With buckshot, please.
At least we are trying different weapons here, so yeah, that's cool.
Officers, come to your guard. With buckshot, single to center mass. Buckshot, please. On the whistle, single to center mass. On guard. With buckshot, please.
And I think it's worth mentioning that I haven't played this first SWAT game ever. I'm not quite sure did I actually mention what games I have played in Police Quest series in the first Police Quest game. But yeah, I can refresh your memory. I have played SWAT 2 and SWAT 3 games only. So yeah, it's quite cool to actually try these
With buckshot.
old games and see how it's like. And yeah, I basically like the idea here that it's a movie-driven
On guard.
game. Okay, this is purely action, no movies here. But yeah, I like the idea. It's cool idea to move the story. I think there is some other games in
Shots to center mass. With buckshot.
more modern games that do the same thing, that it's movie driven.
Guard. Secure your weapon.
Okay, secure your weapon.
Officers with your M16s, make ready. Officer. Officers, come to your guard. Failure drill. 2 shots to the body, 1 to the head.
Okay, I
To the body,
think I'm
single to
gonna
the head.
skip
On the whistle.
this practice, and I'm a recording of this,
On guard.
and skip to the next one. And yep, here we are. It's
This is
now
the combat drill. There will be multiple moving targets, all bad guys. Reload as necessary. No part-time. This is a reflex drill. On the whistle.
so yeah, there you heard it. This is a combat drill. So yeah, there is actually suspects, and I need to shoot them and reload when necessary. And as you can see, there is no UI. So yeah, I can't actually know how many bullets I have left on my gun. So yeah, I need to basically know how many I have fired already.
Officers, guns at low ready. Prepare to commence firing. Make ready. The Presidente drill is up. There are 3 targets and multiple engagements. Starting from either the left or the right, shoot the first target once, second target once, third target twice, second target once, and first target once. Speed load, then do it all again. Par time is
Okay.
10 seconds.
Should
On the
be
whistle.
easy.
Officers, guns at low ready. Prepare to commence firing. Make ready. This is a dozier drill. Engage each of the 5 pepper poppers until they fall. Reload as necessary. Par time is 5 seconds. On the whistle.
Okay, I really messed up this. It was because I couldn't reload my gun during the speech he made. I thought it reload when I clicked, but yeah, it didn't. So yeah, that's why I failed it. But yeah, I think I have seen enough of this. So yeah, let's move ahead and see what else there is for me.
Colt 45.
We'll get started when everyone's here.
Ah, fuck, really? I need to listen to this freaking lesson. What was the other game where you need to actually listen to lesson? It's the American's Army? Is that a given game? I don't know. But there is the game what I'm thinking. There was the sequence where you actually needed to listen about the treatment of patients or wounded soldiers, and yet after that you needed to do a test based on what you actually remember from the lesson or something. I don't know. But anyways, let's hope I don't actually need to listen, because I'm just focusing on talking something not as entertaining as this video.
What we cannot plan for is how any suspect will behave. Remember two things. It is the suspect who determines the outcome of any given situation, and there is never just one way to resolve a crisis. So, how can we truly be prepared? Well, for one thing, we can train using proven tactics and procedures. Any questions so far? Over 60% of all our call-ups are barricaded suspects. Out of that, approximately 80% of the barricaded suspects will be a domestic barricade of a single male. Soured robberies, hostage-taking, and multiple barricaded suspects make up the remaining 20%. Now, anytime you have one or multiple barricaded suspects, time is on your side. Negotiation is key. Time becomes crucial when hostages are involved or the threat to innocent citizens is imminent. If negotiations break down, or if the life of an innocent citizen or police officer is in jeopardy during a barricaded situation, we must be prepared to initiate a tactical plan to enter the structure. Entering a structure can be one of the most hazardous times during an assault. You want to plan for high ground cover, and you want to enter the structure to your advantage. Now, to do this, we always scout the area for an approach route. We also determine what type of entry we'd prefer to make, whether that would be a dynamic entry or a stealth entry. Dynamic entries are fast and are characterized by the use of diversionary devices and techniques. The entry team can be assisted by one or more gas teams. Flashbangs are used at the point of entry to disorient a suspect or as a diversionary tool at separate entry ports. Stealth entries are referred to as soft probes. They're characterized by slow, cautious movement. The first person on the entry team is the scout. The scout is armed with a 180-degree mirror and a .45. The mirror provides a reverse image of the room you're about to enter. The door jamb will give you your point of reference. Remember, the proper way to mirror a door is to first mirror low and then mirror high. You mirror low first because the suspect in the next room is generally not looking at floor level. He's generally looking at his eye level. The scout will inform the rest of the entry team of what to expect. Door right, closet left. This information is relayed via your LASH radio unit. The scout is covered by the second man on the entry team, the rear guard. The rear guard carries a shotgun. The shotgun will be loaded with buckshot unless a door or a car needs to be breached. At such times, the shotgun is loaded with 1-ounce 12-gauge slugs. Now, next up behind the rear guard is your element leader. Your element leader should be an assaulter's main focus. You do as he instructs. If your element leader tells you to cover a door, you cover that door. You do not second-guess your element leader. The scout, rear guard, and element leader will continue to soft probe the environment, placing trailers where needed. Remember, survey threat areas, determine what needs to be covered, clear rooms in a circular or L patterns. Questions? Whether you enter a room under a dynamic or a stealth mode, you want to remember to invoke certain practices. Always slice the pie on a door or a room. In other words, don't rush straight into any room.
Okay, enough of this. I'm gonna once again skip the recording and continue when there is actually something happening.
First see what the room contains, then roll out if necessary. Rolling out or leaning.
Westcott Avenue. Shots fired. Code 3.
Okay, finally something happening. I'm on the assault team, I think. I don't know, did I shot so poorly that I wasn't picked to a sniper team? I don't know, but yeah, here we are.
It's my wife, Lucy Long. She's holed up in the house. She won't come out, won't let me in. Like I told that other officer, she's been mixed up a lot lately. Ain't that so, Katie? This is my daughter, Katie. Go ahead, hon, you tell the officer.
My mom's always been real protective of our family, but it's different now. It's like she's not just protective, she's angry or paranoid or something. I don't know what. I think she's become dangerous. She has a gun now, and she shot at me and my dad this morning.
That's right. And she damn near killed us, too. See, yesterday, she threw me out of the house, hollering she weren't going to let me back in. She locked all the doors. Neighbors across the street were looking. So I walked down to Katie's. She just lives in the apartments over on Maroa. So I spent the night there. This morning, Katie brung me back home. We was walking up to the house, and Lucy started shooting at us. That's when I called the police.
I understand, sir. We'd like for your wife to come out on her own so we can get her some help. But if she won't, and the possibility exists she might hurt herself, well, we might have to go in and get her. I was just briefing Mr. Long on the possibility that we might have to enter his home.
Mr. Long, our crisis negotiation team is currently on the telephone with your wife. There's some concern that she may be delusional. Now, I realize I've already asked you to explain the physical layout of your house and property, but in case we need to go in and get her, I want to make sure that we're prepared. Is there anything else that you can tell me about the house's layout?
Well, of course, you've seen the boards in the front windows. She's got all the windows boarded up like that.
But see what you can learn from the Longs' neighbors. Briefing!
The situation as we know it is this. We have a barricaded white female inside the residence. She's 64 years old and she suffers from various health maladies. She's diabetic and she suffers from a heart condition that requires the use of medication. CNT tells me she's delusional. She thinks the activity outside the house are gangbangers trying to break in. She's a shooter. Approach knowing she's armed and dangerous.
This is the layout of the house. On side 1, we have a front door entrance. This is a dangerous approach as it has 2 windows to contend with, the large front window and a small kitchen window. To compensate for that, we've placed snipers here on this side of the street to watch those ports. Apparently, this house has been somewhat fortified over the years. The garage has been sealed off from the house. Side 3 has one opening, a barricaded window. While negotiations continue with the suspects, we're going to place an emergency assault team on side 1 for entry through opening 2. The emergency entry team will consist of the following: Rhea, scout; Denton, rear guard; Packmeyer, element lead. For rear containment, side 3, Pup and Wixel. Any questions?
Holy shit, I hope the lesson doesn't have anything to do with his mission. Because yeah, I didn't listen, and yeah, it was in the middle of the lesson, there was an alarm, and yeah, here we are. So yeah, it was... Okay, shots fired.
Sounds like the fat's in the fire. Line up for deployment. Let's go!
MP5s, full auto.
Okay, I have a bad feeling about this. Yeah, I didn't listen. I actually tried to listen some of those hand signals, which I think I actually skipped on the recording, so yeah, you didn't see it. But yeah, they teach you all these hand signals and so forth. So yeah, I actually know part of those, but right now I have absolutely no idea what I'm supposed to do here. Am I the police in the video, or am I a police behind and the view is from my eyes? I don't know.
Get your ass in gear.
Okay, so yeah, I should move, but how? I have no idea. I try arrow keys, it's not working.
To learn about the...
Okay, no help from there. Aha! That's the way to do it. Okay, that means get down. I guess something. I didn't go. Oh shit. Good job there, good job, you moron. I think what he tried to message by hands was, Theo, do not go where I actually went. I'm not sure, did I go forward or to the left or to the right, I don't know. But yeah, I wasn't supposed to actually go there.
Our negotiator tells me that she's delusional. She is.
MP5s, full auto.
Okay, I wonder can I actually speed this up and go straight away forward? I don't know, because yeah, the movie is playing really slowly.
Ready?
Yeah, it's oh shit.
Suspect 1-2 corner.
This is the LAPD. Put the gun by your right foot. Suspect, put your hands over your head now!
Your training and hard work paid off.
Okay, mission well done, I think.
Custody and no lives were lost. As with every call-up, today's situation proved we can never truly know what a suspect will do or forecast how a situation will resolve. As we've learned, we can know our tactics, our jobs, and our mission. These are advantages we have. Today we had a few mistakes. I'm calling them mistakes as opposed to willful disregard of human life due to my generous nature. However, I'm not so generous as to allow undisciplined officers to jeopardize the safety of this element with flagrant acts. Pup, I'm placing you under probation status. Your actions in the field today could have resulted in fatal consequences. As it was,
he can't be talking about me, right?
Next time, you or your fellow officers may not be that lucky. I suggest you learn to work as a member of your element, pup. Learn to follow orders. Do the job you're assigned. The very lives of your element depend on it. Dismissed.
Okay, it seems it wasn't mission complete. Or job well done, so yeah, I need to redo it, but I have absolutely no interest, so yeah, let's go try the sniper rifle.
Hello, I'm JD Saunders. I bet you're the new guy from Rooker's squad.
Yeah, I'm
interested in learning to shoot. That's great, because I'm the odd man out. I'm the sniper without a partner.
Without a partner?
Yeah, all snipers are paired up. While one's on the rifle, the other one serves as an observer. You're interested in learning to sharpshoot. All right, come on, I'll show you around.
Colt 45 caliber 1911. Robar. Selection of your tactical gear is required.
I'll show you the rifle. Go over it with you.
Thanks.
That's Sergeant Pruitt. He's in charge of sniper training. He'll tell you he's not a very good sharpshooter, but don't let that fool you. You don't ever want to be on the other side of his scope. Sergeant Pruitt, this is...
Yes, I know Rooker's new man. How are you, officer? Adjusting to D platoon, are you?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Very good. It would appear you have an interest in the science of sharpshooting. Why don't you let Saunders familiarize you with the SR-60? By the time you get set up, the rest of our sharpshooters should be here and we can begin our training drills.
Thank you, sir.
We'll set up down here. Now, I don't know how much you know about sniping, but I'm going to begin with the basics. This is a Robar SR-60 .308 bolt-action rifle. Here at LAPD, we zero our rifles at 100 yards. We always begin with a cold barrel shot. We use a cold barrel shot to establish our zero. It's also the most important shot out in the field. Now, first thing you're going to want to do is establish your zero on this rifle. You do that because it's new to you, it hasn't been used in a while. To do that, you want to get out your dope book. You want to establish the date, the time of day, wind direction, direction of light, temperature, also verify your ammo lot. You'll need to consult the charts in your dope book for any elevation or windage adjustments needed in order to make your 100-yard cold barrel shot and establish your zero. Now I'm going to load a single round for your cold barrel shot. You reload when you're ready to shoot your first group of 5. Now I'll be over here functioning as your spotter. I'll answer any questions you may have. Remember, the cold barrel shot will be taken at 100 yards and you need to shoot a minute of angle. In layman's terms, you're going to want to place a shot in a 1-inch square at 100 yards. Target's already set up for you.
All right. Now, to check the zero on your rifle, you're going to want to take a shot aiming at the center of the 1-inch square. But before you do, there's a few things you need to know. First, your bullet drop compensator knob, or your BDC, is the top knob on your scope. This is the knob you use to compensate for up-down. Your right knob, the windage knob, is twofold. Yes, it allows you to adjust for wind, but it also functions as a horizontal adjustment when zeroing. To make sure you're accurately adjusting for zero and not wind, you'll want to take your cold barrel shot when the wind is less than 3 miles per hour. Your left knob is your focus knob. Is the sight picture clear? If so, then you're in focus and you need not touch your focus. All right, what we want to accomplish with this first shot is to determine how this particular lot of ammo shoots under the current settings on your scope. Once we see where your shot strikes, we'll be able to determine what type of adjustments are needed. You want to sight in on your target. The wind is under 3 miles an hour, so it'll be a good time to shoot.
Holy shit, I remember when I was doing my time in military and I needed to fix my aim on my gun. I never actually figured it out how to do it, and
you must click your BDC down 2 more times.
I know the logic behind this, but yeah, for some reason I never understand the amounts needed to change, so yeah, I highly doubt I understand it now, and there is actually no shit. The screen is so small so I can't even see where it hits.
Target missed completely. Given your current BDC and windage settings, the problem would appear to be with the shooter and not the current adjustments. Please,
yeah, you're absolutely right. It's my fault, but I have absolutely no idea how to fix this. But yeah, I think you have seen enough of this Police Quest 1, and if you remember, the training keeps going for the next weeks. So yeah, stay tuned, and I hope you actually liked this, and goodbye.
It looks like you miscalculated your shot. Check your BDC setting.
SirTeoHero.